Hey guys, it's Ty with Ty the Dog Guy on the Daily, and I want to talk about maintenance. So, one thing that I hear quite a bit actually is folks saying things like, oh, I just want my dog to be like that service dog that I saw, or I just want my dog to be like that police dog that I saw, or that dog that I saw on TV, or that dog that I saw on YouTube. And usually, I find that people are kind of referring to two different things. Number one, they're referring to that high level of training that the dog has received, number one. But number two, a lot of folks tend to be talking about what they perceive as like a maintenance-free dog. And I don't think that they're actually thinking, oh, I don't want to do any maintenance with my dog. But what they see, they see this demonstration of a police dog, they see a TV show with this dog, they saw a YouTube video with the service dog or whatever, they see, some of the dogs that we're training, and they just say, I want that. And in their mind goes to this place where just the dog is obedient, right? The dog does what it needs to do. The dog does this, the dog does that. What a lot of people aren't seeing, though, is they aren't seeing the maintenance training that goes into making sure that the dog stays that way. For example, if you've got a police dog, these police officers, most that I know of are training, doing like getting together like real training, not just their everyday training around their house and around, stuff that they go to, but, going to like a training club type thing every week, every other week. Service dogs, service dogs need to be maintained. There needs to be, every day practicing this, every day working on this, every day, doing this, and then going on training field trips and doing things like that. Every dog, this is the nature of anything. In fact, clients that we have that are employees or clients that we have are employers, we often say, hey, in your job, how often are you getting training? How often are you, and sometimes it's never, but oftentimes, so maybe I'm talking to a nurse and they've got to have continuing education, or maybe I'm talking to an accountant and they've got continuing education, or whatever it is. There is no such thing as trained and done. All right, we're done. And this goes for dogs that we train, dogs that other folks train, or whatever. There is no such thing as trained and done. Now, there are dogs. Every dog has its own personality, its own character, and this is where there can be a difference. So we can take, for example, two dogs that on the surface seem identical. Maybe they're the same breed. Let's say maybe we get 2-year-old Labradors in for training. Both of them are hyper. Both of them jump. Both of them pull on the leash. Both of them don't come when called, blah, 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 right? So let's say on paper we take two dogs that are pretty darn similar. We do the exact same training with both. Now, it's perfectly reasonable to assume that one dog is going to need more maintenance than the next dog, because dogs are different. They have different characters, different personalities. And so some dogs fall into this rhythm, and maintaining their training is very easy. It takes very little effort. There's not much that goes into it. And then there's other dogs that we need to make sure that we're doing things right with their crate, and doing things right with their walk every day, and doing things right with, this thing or that thing, or, making sure they have the right toys, making sure they get the right exercise, the right, sessions with their obedience and stuff like that. So some dogs will need more, and some dogs will need less. What I recommend to dog owners that are looking to buy a dog that's trained or to get training is to go into it understanding that there's going to be daily work to maintain the training that you have. And then you can hope for a dog that's less work or less maintenance. That's totally fine. But go into it mentally planned and prepped for a dog that's going to require daily effort to make sure that it stays trained. And because that's, like I said, that's just the reality behind dogs. It's the reality behind us as people. Living creatures don't just learn something and it's in there forever and it's going to be perfect. It needs maintenance. So like I say, this is a kind of a vlog and a podcast going out to a lot of folks that are clients of ours or are going to be clients, but anyone around the world that's just looking for that great dog, that they've seen videos of this, that they want to duplicate that. Know that you can, but know that there's no way out of you doing a certain amount of work to keep it that way and to maintain it.